Good morning, everyone. Let us wait for the others to join. The meeting first. We will start for a few minutes. Thank you. To formally start the webinar, let us start this day first with a prayer. Everyone, let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord.
Blessings flow. Praise Him, all you creatures here below. Even in the valley, even in the storm, praise His name forevermore. Praise God. Praise God. Awake my soul and sing. Praise God. Praise God. Hallelujah to the King. Praise God, O moon and shining stars. Praise Him, all creation near and far. When the day is dawning, through the darkest night, lift His name forever high. Praise God, praise God. Awake my soul and sing. Praise God, praise God. Hallelujah to the King. Hallelujah to the King.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask you to give an honor and respect and direct your attention to the flag as we play and sing our national anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
So, hello everyone. Are you guys doing well lately? Because I've been happy. Especially, I enjoyed this weekend with my. Anyway, how about you guys? How did you spend your weekend so far? Can I ask you how did you spend your weekend, Sean? Sean, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Actually, to share with you guys, I spent my weekend doing activities, schoolworks, or assignments, and also I watched basketball yesterday, and I'm so happy because they won. That would be all.
Thank you guys for sharing what you've done this week. I hope every one of us here will have a very good week. Let manifest this week will be a good and stress-free week. By the way, highway, good morning everyone. Thank you for making time to attend our session for today. I am Ronald S. Bartolome, and I will be your host for today. Today, Group 2 will be discussing about the second part or topic under the Business Intelligence and Analytics, which is the Analytics, a comprehensive study. But before this discussion proper, I encourage everyone to join, participate, and cooperate with the icebreaker that we have prepared.
Good morning, everyone. I'm MG, you're the game master for today. This game that what you call is the two truths and a lie. You guess it this game and you will find a lie statement. If you find the correct answer, you have a prize. So let's start, guys. Everyone are free to join. Can you answer this question? Everyone po, pwede pong mag-raise hand. Or I will call your name na lang po. Okay lang po ba yun? Ashley Kapulong. Are you there, Ashley Kapulong?
Can I volunteer?
Sorry, medyo maingay kasi dito eh. Ano ulit yung tanong?
Can you answer the question, the round one?
The wrong one.
Okay, all you need is to find the one lie statement.
Wait. Competitive? Competitive intelligence?
Correct. Maybe tomorrow your prize. I will give you a prize. For round two, anyone can join the game.
Can I answer?
Go ahead, Miss Nasir.
Sure. What's
I
your
think
name?
a lie here is the association rule learning.
Let's see the answer. Okay. You're correct, Miss Nashan. So maybe I will give you a prize tomorrow, but it's a surprise. For round three, anyone can free to answer, or can you open the mic? Everyone, pwede po lahat mag-participate po saan. May prize po siya. Maybe tomorrow ko na lang po ibibigay.
Star schema.
So, let's see. Sorry. What's your name? What's your name? I mean,
Star schema po.
okay, let's see. Your answer is correct. Sorry, what's your name?
Si Francine yan, be.
Okay. I will note na lang po sa mga sumagot. For round 4, pwede pong sumagot lahat. Wala pong pwede. Walang gusto pong sumagot. May prize naman siya tomorrow bibigay ko.
Can I volunteer po?
Sure po, sure.
The answer is metadata.
Okay, let's see the answer. Correct your answer. What's your name?
Abigail Belen.
Okay, Abigail, I will note your name. Thank you. And for round 5, this is the last question.
Can I try?
Sure. What's your name?
Kimberly. My answer is SWOT analysis.
Okay, let's see. Your answer is not correct, but thank you for trying. By the way, this is the last question in this game.
So, okay, thank you. Thank you, Kabentoy. Thank you for those who have participated with the game we have prepared. We appreciate you guys so much. Now that we are done with our icebreaker game, I guess you are ready now to listen and learn from the discussion of our assigning speakers. Our first speaker is a third-year student taking up Bachelor of Science in Information Technology at the Universidad de Manila. She will be the one who will introduce the topic analytics, a comprehensive study, and we will discuss about the business analytics and analytic itself. Let us welcome our first speaker for today, Miss Erica May Bayona. So the presentation is yours.
Thank you to our MC, Ronald Bartolome, for the warm introduction. Ayan. Good morning, everybody. Like what Ronald have said a while ago, I will be tackling about analytics and business analytics. I know some of us here already know what these two are since Dr. Abante already discussed this with us. But for us to have another perspective about it, allow me to discuss this for us to be somehow refreshed about the said topics. Allow me to first introduce and define what is analytics. Next slide, please. So analytics is the understanding and communication of significant patterns of data. Analytics is applied in businesses to improve their performances. Some of the aspects explained are software analytics, embedded analytics, learning analytics, and social media analytics. The section on analytics offers an insightful focus, keeping in mind the complex subject matter. So in simple terms, analytics or data analytics involves sifting through massive data sets to discover, interpret, and share new insights and knowledge. So next slide, please. So with the next slide, business analytics refers to the skills, technologies, practices for continuous iterative exploration and investigation of past business performance to gain insight and drive business planning. Business analytics focuses on developing new insights and understanding of business performance based on data and statistical methods. Specifically, business analytics refers to taking in and processing historical business data, analyzing that data to identify trends, patterns, and root causes, making data-driven business decisions based on those insights. Business analytics makes extensive use of statistical analytics, including explanatory and predictive modeling, and fact-based management to drive decision-making. It is therefore closely related to management science. So now that we have identified what is analytics, let us know its history first. Okay. Ayan. So analytics have been used in business since the management exercises were put into place by Frederick Winslow Taylor in the late 19th century. Henry Ford measured the time of each component in his newly established assembly line. But, sorry. But analytics began to command more attention in the late 1960s when computers were used in decision support systems. Since then, analytics have changed and formed with the development of enterprise resource planning or ERP systems, data warehouses, and large number of software tools and processes. So in later years, the business analytics have exploded with the introduction to computers. This change has brought analytics to a whole new level and has made the possibilities endless. As far as analytics has come in history and what the current field of analytics is today, many people would never think that analytics started in the early 1900s with Mr. Ford himself. So next slide, please. So there are types of analytics which I will further discuss one by one. So the first one is the decision analytics. So this supports human decisions with visual analytics. The user models to reflect reasoning. So this DA is a form of decision making that involves identifying and assessing all aspects of a decision and taking actions based on the decision that produces the most favorable outcome. It is also a systematic, quantitative, and visual approach to making strategic business decisions. For you guys to be able to understand what decision analytics or analysis is, let me give you an example. So when you consider whether or not to build a new shopping center in a certain area, a real estate development business may consider a number of different factors. So these can include traffic patterns at the proposed site on different days of the week and at the different hours, the popularity of other shopping complexes, financial demographics, regional competitiveness, and local residents' preferred shopping habits. All of these factors can be entered into a decision analysis program, and several simulations are conducted out to assist the business in choosing the shopping mall. So the second one is the descriptive analytics. So this analytics type of analytics is the interpretation of historical data to better understand changes that have occurred in a business. Descriptive analytics describes the use of range of historical data to draw comparisons. Descriptive analytics can be used to spot patterns in consumer preferences and behavior and predict demand for particular goods or services. We are down to the third type of analytics, which is the predictive analytics. This enables companies and investors to change where they allocate their resources in order to profit from potential future occurrences. Additionally, savings and risk reduction can be increased through predictive analytics. So these predictive models are used for all kinds of applications, including messaging, weather forecast, creating video games, translating voice to text for mobile phone messaging, customer services, and so on. All of these applications use descriptive statistical models of existing data to make predictions about future data. And lastly is the prescriptive analytics. So this type of analytics is the use of advanced processes and tools to analyze data and content to recommend the optimal course of actions or strategy moving forward. Simply put, it seeks to answer the question, what should we do? Prescriptive analytics can help a lot of data-intensive enterprises and government organizations. So this includes businesses in the financial healthcare and medical sectors, both of which have substantial costs associated with human mistake. Prescriptive analytics, for instance, could be used to, when a wildfire is blazing nearby, determine if the local fire department should order inhabitants to leave a specific region, predict whether an article on a particular topic will be popular with readers based on data about searches and social shares for related topics, depending on how a worker is responding to each lesson. Modify a worker training program in real time. So now, next slide, please. So here are the basic domains within analytics: behavioral analytics, cohort analysis, collections analytics, contextual data modeling, cyber analytics, enterprise optimization, financial services analytics, fraud analytics, and so on. Next slide, please. We are now done with the first subtopic of our today's presentation, which is the business analytics. So before we proceed to the next one, I just request you guys to give me a thumbs up using the reaction emoji below to know if you guys are still with us. Thank you for your response. We appreciate you so much. Now, allow me to proceed to the next one, which is analytics. Analytics is a systematic computational analysis of data or statistics. So it is used for the discovery, interpretation, and communication of meaningful patterns in data. It also entails applying data patterns toward effective decision making. Organizations may apply analytics to business data to describe, predict, and improve business performance. Specifically, areas within analytics include predictive analytics, prescriptive, enterprise decision management, retail analytics, store assortment and stock keeping unit optimization, marketing optimization, and marketing mix modeling, web analytics, Salesforce, and so on. Since analytics can require extensive computation, the algorithms and software used for analytics harness the most current methods in computer science, statistics, and mathematics. I believe every one of us here already encountering and hearing the words analytics and analysis. Next slide, please. In our daily work or discussions in our class. But what do these two words really mean? And are we actually using it correctly? Are we using one when we should be using the other? Next slide. So let us differentiate these two words, the analysis and analytics. Ayan. So, analysis and analytics. It's a common misconception that analysis and data analytics are the same thing. The generally accepted distinction is data analytics is the broad field of using data and tools to make business decisions. Data analysis, a subset of data analytics, refers to specific actions. Data analytics is a broad term that defines the concept and practice, or perhaps science and art, of all activities related to data. The preliminary goal is for data experts, including data scientists, engineers, and analysts, to make it easy for the rest of the business to access and understand these findings. Data that sits raw as is has no value. Instead, it's what you do with that data that provides value. Data analytics includes all the steps you take, both human and machine enabled, to discover, interpret, visualize, and tell the story of patterns in your data in order to drive business strategy and outcomes. So the figure shown below is the processes in data analytics. While data analysis consists of cleaning, transforming, modeling, and questioning data to find useful information, it's generally agreed that other slices or other activities from collection to storage to visualization. So here are the examples. So first is the marketing optimization. So marketing optimization is all about doing a better job of reaching your business's goals. It's the process of making adjustments to your marketing efforts based on the data you gather. You can make these tune-ups using the marketing tools and tactics spelled out in your marketing strategy. Next slide, please. So the next one is the portfolio analytics. A common application of business analytics is portfolio analysis. In this, a bank or lending agency has a collection of accounts of varying value and risk. The accounts may differ by the social status, the wealthy or middle class, poor, etc. of the holder, the geographical location, its net value, and many other factors. The lender must balance the return on the loan with the risk of default for each loan. The question is then how to evaluate the portfolio as a whole. Next is the risk analytics. Okay. So the term risk analysis refers to the assessment process that identifies the potential for any adverse events that may be negatively affect organizations and the environment. Risk analysis is commonly performed by corporations, banks, construction groups, healthcare, etc., governments, and nonprofits. A risk analyst starts by identifying what could potentially go wrong. These negatives must be weighed against a probability metric that measures the likelihood of the event occurring. Okay, so we are down to the third to the last example, which is the digital analytics. So digital analytics is a set of business and technical activities that define, create, collect, verify, or transform digital data into reporting, research and analysis, recommendations, optimizations, predictions, and automations. This also includes the SEO or search engine optimization, where the keyword search is tracked and that data is used for marketing purposes. Even banner ads and clicks come under digital analytics. All marketing firms rely on digital analytics for their digital marketing assignments, where MROI, or marketing return on investment, is important. Security analytics. So this type of analytics or example of analytics refers to information technology or IT solutions that gather and analyze security events to bring situational awareness and enable IT staff to understand and analyze events that pose the greatest risk. Solutions in this area include security information and event management solutions and user behavior analytics solutions. And lastly, the software analytics. So software analytics is the process of collecting information about the way a piece of software is used and produced. So that's all for my discussion. Thank you.
So thank you for the insightful discussion about the analytics and business analytics, Miss Erica. We learned a lot and we are refreshing with the new information that you have mentioned. We are just starting, guys. There are more lessons and knowledge coming from our succeeding speakers. Are you guys ready to the next one? If yes, it's an honor to introduce you to our second speakers for today. Another third year student from BSIT 33. Let us welcome Yasmin Boyser. That will talking about the software analytics, embedded analytics, and learning analytics. Yasmin, the presentation is yours.
So hello everyone, my name is Jasmine Boyser. So I will talk all about software analytics. So first, software analytics is referred to analytics specific to software system and related software development processes. It aims at describing, predicting, and improving development, maintenance, and management of complex software systems. It also represents a base component of software diagnosis that generally aims at generating findings, conclusions, and evaluation about software systems and their implementation, composition, behavior, and evolution. Next one. So in software analysis, um, they have three. So software system by software analytics. So it is about system qualities such as reliability, performance, and security. It is the key to success of modern software system. Next is software user software user by software analytics. Users are almost always right because ultimately they will use the software and services in various ways. So next is software analytics by software development process. A software development process has evolved from its traditional form to exhibit different characteristics. Next po. So let's talk about history of software analysis. So in May 2009, software analytics was first coined and proposed when Dr. Dong Mei Sang founded the Software Analytics Group, SA, at Microsoft Research Asia, or MSRA. The term has been well known in the software engineering research community after a series of tutorials and talks of software analytics were given by Dr. Dong Mei Zhang and her colleagues in collaboration with Professor Tao Si from North Carolina State University. At software engineering conference, including a tutorial at the IEEE or IACM International Conference on Automated Software Engineering, ASI 2011, a talk at the International Workshop on Machine Learning Technologies in Software Engineering, MALET 2011, a tutorial and a keynote talk given by Dr. Dongmei Zhang at the IEECS Conference on Software Engineering Education and Training, CSEE and T 2011, a tutorial at the International Conference on the Software Engineering, ICSE 2012, Software Engineering in practice track and a keynote talk given by Dr. Joe Minza at the Working Conference on Mining Software Respiratories on MSR 2012. So in November 2010, Software Development Analytics, software analytics will focus on software development, was proposed by Thomas Zimmerman and his colleagues at the Empirical Software Engineering Group, or ESG, at Microsoft Research Redmond in their Foster 2011 paper. A Goldfish Bowl panel on software development analytics was organized by Thomas Zimmerman and Professor Tim Menzies from West Virginia University at the International Conference on Software Engineering, ICSC 2012, Software Engineering in Practice Track. So that is the history of software analytics, and the woman on that slide was is also known also known as a founder or founder of a software analytics group's SA, Dr. Dong Mei Zhang. The next one. So let's talk about software analytics providers. So the following features or companies below are the software analytics provider across the world. So first is the FAST software. Next is the IBM Cognos Business Intelligence. Next is Q1. Then Microsoft Azure Application Insights. Next is Nalperion Software Analytics and New Relic, W Software, and Tracker Bird Software Analytics. So next is the next book. So next, let's talk about embedded analytics. So embedded analytics is the technology designed to make data analysis and business intelligence more accessible by all kinds of applications or user. So according to Gartner analyst Kurt Skegel, traditional business intelligence were suffering in 2008 a lack of integration between the data and the business users. This technology intention is to be more pervasive by real-time autonomy and self-service of data visualization or customization. Meanwhile, decision makers, business users, or even customers are doing their own daily workflows and tasks. The next po. So let's talk about the history of embedded analytics. So first mention of the concept were made by Howard Dresner, a consultant, author, and a former Gartner analyst and inventor of a term business intelligence. So consolidation of business intelligence, does it mean the BI market has reached maturity? Said by Howard Dresner while he was working for Hyperion Solution. Hyperion Solution is a company that Oracle bought in 2011. So Oracle started then to use the term embedded analytics at their press release for Oracle Rapid Planning on 2009. Gartner Group is a company for which Howard Dresner has been working. Finally, added the term to their IT glossary on on November 5, 2011. It was clear this was maintained technology, and Dresner Advisory Service published the 2014 Embedded Business Intelligence Market Study as part of the Wisdom Upcrowd series of research including 24 vendors. So let's talk about the tools. Pa-next po. So now let's talk about the tools that usually used in embedded analytics. So first is Actway, Dundas data visualization. Next is the data. Then IBM, iCube, Logi Analytics, Pentaho, QLIC, SAP, SAS, W, TIBCO, and CSEN. So those are the tools that usually used in embedded analytics. So next is learning analytics. Let's talk about learning analytics. The next po. So what is learning analytics? So one earlier definition discussed by the community suggested that learning analytics is the use of intelligent data, learner-produced data, and analyst models to discover information and social connection for predicting and advising people learning. But this definition has been criticized. Pa next po. So according to George Siemens, 2010, he said, I somewhat disagree with this definition. It serves well as an introductory concept if we use analytics as a support structure for existing education model. I think learning analytics at an advanced and integrated implementation can do away with perhaps curriculum models. Then the second the second person who criticized this definition, the definition of learning analytics is Mike Sharkey, 2010. In the description of learning analytics, we talk about using data to predict success. I've been I've struggled with that as a pour over our database. I've overcome to realize there are different views level of success. So a more holistic view than sige po, paano? So a more holistic view than a mere definition is provided by the framework of learning by Greller and Draskler, 2012. It's used a general morphological analysis or GMA to divide the domain into 6 critical dimensions. A systematic overview on learning analytics and a key concept is provided by Chatty 2012 and Chatty 2014 through a reference model for learning analytics based on 4 dimensions, namely data, environment, context, stakeholders, objectives, and methods. It has been pointed out that there's a broad awareness of analytics across educational institutions for various stakeholders, but that the way learning analytics is defined and implemented may vary, including number one, for individual learners to reflect on their achievements and patterns of behavior in relation to others. And then second is as predictors of students requiring extra support and attention. 3 is to help teachers and support staff plan supporting intervention with individuals and groups. 4th is the 4 functional groups such as course team seeking to improve current courses or develop new curriculum offerings. And lastly, 5 is for institutional administrators taking decision on matters such as marketing and assessment, or efficiency and effectiveness measures. Okay, so let's differentiate learning analytics and educational data mining. So learning analytics is focused on the process influencing learning at the individual and social levels, while educational data mining focused on knowledge discovery from all educational data sources produced by individuals and groups of individual support by institutional frameworks. Next po. So let's talk about history. First, let's talk about the context of learning analytics. In the State of Learning Analytics in 2012, a review and future challenges, Rebecca Ferguson tracks the progress of analytics for learning as a development through 1. The increasing interest in big data for business intelligence. 2. The the rise of online education focus around virtual learning environment, content management system, and management information system for education, which saw increasing in digital data regarding student background and learning log data. This development afforded the opportunity to apply business intelligence techniques to educational data. Third one is a question regarding the optimization of system to support learning, particularly given the question regarding how we can know whether a student is engaged or understand if we cannot see them. Fourth is an increasing focus on evidencing progress and professional standards for accountability system. So next is 5. This focus leads to a teacher's stakehold in the analytics, given that they are associated with accountability system. Number 6 is thus an increasing emphasis was placed on the pedagogic affordance of learning analytics. 7 is this pressure is increasing by the economic desire to improve engagement in online education for the deliverables of high quality affordable education. Pa next slide po. Yes. Pa next slide po. Siyempre, may script ako. So next is history of the techniques and methods of learning analytics. In a discussion of the history of analytics, Copper highlights a number of communities from which learning analytics done techniques, including. So first one is statistics. So statistics is about which are well-established means to address hypothesis testing. Next one is business intelligence. Business intelligence, which has similarities with learning analytics, although it has historically been targeted at making the production of reports more fine range of these techniques can be adopted in learning analytics for the exploration of the students' trajectories through learning resources, courses, materials, etc. Number 4 is operational research, aim at highlighting design optimization for maximizing objectives through the use of mathematical models and statistical models, such as techniques are implicated in learning analytics, which seek to create models of real-world behavior for practical application. Artificial intelligence or AI and data mining. Machine learning techniques build on data mining and AI or artificial intelligence methods are capable for detecting patterns in data. In learning analytics, such techniques can be used for intelligence tutoring systems, classification of students in more dynamic ways than simple demographic factors, and resources such as suggested course systems modeled on collaborative filtering techniques. Okay, next, number 6, social network analysis. So on social network analysis or an SNA, analyze relationship between people by exploring implicit or example given is interaction on forums, and explicit or example given is friends or followers, ties online and offline. So social network analysis developed from the work of sociologists like Wellman and Watts, and the mathematician like Barbasi and Strogas. The work of this individual has been provided us with a good sense of patterns that network exhibit, small world or power loss, the attributes of connection. In early 70s, Granovetter explored connection from a perspective of tie strength and impact on a new information and the social dimension of networks. For example, geography still matters in a digital network world. It is particularly used to explore cluster of networks influence networks engagement and disengagement, and has been deployed for this purpose in learning analytics context. Lastly is the information visualization. Um, Visualization is an important step in many analytics for sense making around the data provided. It is thus used across most techniques, including those above. So next is history. No, next po. So let's talk about analytics method and analytic outcomes. First, in methods for learning analytics include one, content analysis. It's about particularly of resources which student create. For example, nito yung essay, output, like that. Next is discourse analysis. Discourse analytics aim to capture meaningful data on student interaction, which aims to explore the properties of the language used as supposed to be the network of interaction of forum, post counts, etc. Number 3 is social learning analysis, which is aimed at exploring the role of social interaction in learning the importance of learning networks, discourse used to sense make, etc. Next is disposition analytics, which seeks to capture data regarding student disposition to their own learning and the relationship of these to their learning. For example, curious learners may be more inclined to ask questions, and this data can be captured and analyzed for learning analytics. Okay, next is analytic outcomes. Analytics have been used for one, prediction purposes. For example, to identify at-risk students in terms of dropout of or course failure. Next is personalization and adoption to provide students with tailored learning pathways or assessment materials. Number 3 is intervention purposes, providing educators with information to intervene to support students. Next is information visualization. Typically in the form of so-called learning dashboard, which provide overview learning data through data visualization tools. Next po. Next is software. So, uh, in this slide, you can see some examples of learning analytics software tools that usually used as of now. First is student success system. Okay. First is student success system. A predictive learning analytics tools that predict student performance and slot learners into risk quadrants based upon engagement and performance predictions and provides indicators to develop understanding as why a learners is not on track through visualization, such as network of interaction resulting from social engagement, performance on assessments, engagement with content, and other indicators. Next is SNAP, a learning analytics tools that visualize the network of interaction resulting from discussion forum, posts, and replies. So, Loco Analyst. It is a tool for analytics of learning processes taking place in a web-based learning environment. Next is SAM, or a student activity monitor intended for personal learning environment. 5 is B-Star Insight. It is a real-time system that automatically collects student engagement and attendance and provide analytic tools and dashboard for students, teachers, and management. Number 6 is Solution Path. At leading you, it is a real-time system that leverages predictive models to determine all facets of students' engagement using structured and unstructured sources for all institutional rules. Next po. So next is ethics and privacy. So the ethics of data collection analysts reported accountability has been raised as a potential concern for learning analytics, with concern raised regarding first is data ownership, second is communication around the scope and role of learning analytics. Next is necessary role of human feedback and error correction. Four is data sharing between system and trust in data clients. So now let's talk about the meaning or the meaning of delicate. So Draster and Greller released a 8-point checklist named Delicate that is based on the intensive studies in this area to demystify the ethics and privacy discussion around learning analytics. First is D for determination. Define the scope of data collection and usage. Second is D is for determination. Decide on the purpose of learning analytics for your institution. E is for explain. Define the scope of data collection and usage. 3 is L for legitimate. Explain how you operate within the legal framework. Refer to essential legislation. 4 is involve. 5 is consent. A for anonymize. T for technical aspects. And lastly, for this topic is E for external partners. Thank you. That's all for my topic. So,
Oh my God, nakakaubos ng hininga ang topic niya. So thank you, Yasmin. We have learned and a lot with your discussion today. Right, guys? I know every one of us
Yes.
here is full already with the lesson knowledge, that insight. But we have two more speakers, guys, meaning will we be having a more than we can learn today. Hold on, guys. Now to our third speaker, another third year student also taking up Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Let us welcome Ashley Nicole Capulong. Ashley, are you there?
Yes.
So,
Um,
if you're there, the presentation is yours.
Hello, I'm Ashley Nicole Yocapulong, and I'm going to tackle the predictive analytics and prescriptive analytics. Predictive analytics. Next, Kabentoy. Predictive analytics, the practice of gathering information from data and applying it to forecast trends and behavioral patterns, is known as predictive analytics. Predictive analytics can be used to address any type of unknown, whether it to be in the past, present, or future. The unknown event of interest is frequently in the future. Identifying suspects after a crime has been committed, for instance, or detecting credit card fraud while it happens. Predictive analytics is a form of technology that makes predictions about certain unknowns in the future. It draws on a series of techniques to make these determinations, including artificial intelligence or AI, data mining, machine learning, modeling, and statistics. For instance, data mining involves the analysis of large sets of data to detect patterns from it. Text analysis does the same, except for large blocks of text. Predictive analytics is a decision-making tool in a variety of industries. Predictive analytics technology that learns from experience. For example, the value of predictive analytics will be to anticipate and prevent potential problems in future industrial systems. Data to predict the future behavior of individuals to drive better decisions, to get almost no breakdown, and to further incorporate prescriptive analytics for decision making. The transformed data can also be applied to the Industrial Internet Consortium's goal of closed loop product life cycle enhancement. Next po, thank you. Predictive models. Predictive modeling is a commonly used statistical technique to predict future behavior. Predictive modeling solutions are a form of data mining technology that works by analyzing historical and current data and generating a model to help predict future outcomes. These models determine relationship patterns and structured in data that can be used to draw conclusions about how changes in the underlying processes that generate the data will change the result. Predictive models build on these descriptive models and look at past data to determine the likelihood of certain future outcomes, given the current condition or a set of expected future conditions. This group includes several types of model, including fraud detection models and marketing models, which look for subtle data trends to shed light on client performance. In order to inform decisions, predictive models frequently carry out computations during live transaction. For instance, to assess the risk or potential of a certain consumer or transaction, individual agent modeling system may now simulate human behavior or responses to specific stimuli or scenarios because to improve because to improvements in computing speed. Next, Thank you. Prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive, prescriptive, ay, ay, prescriptive analytics. I'm sorry, sir. Prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics foresees not only what will occur, but also when it will occur and why will it will happen. Prescriptive analytics also presents choices for how to seize an opportunity to reduce a risk in the future and illustrates the effect of each choices. As fresh data is continuously ingested, prescriptive analytics may repredict and represcribe, automatically increasing forecast accuracy and prescribing improved decision possibilities. Prescriptive analytics ingests hybrid data, a combination of structured numbers or categories, and unstructured videos, photos, sounds, text. Data and business rules to forecast the future and to specify how to benefit from this forecasted future without jeopardizing other goals. Prescriptive analytics is the process of using data to determine an optimal course of action by considering all relevant factors. These types of analysis yields recommendation for next steps. Because of this, prescriptive analytics is a valuable tool for data-driven decision making. Next, let's tackle the history of prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics may use a variety of data sources as inputs. External, also referred to as environmental data, and internal, such as within a firm. Both structured and unstructured data, such as text, image, sounds, and videos, may be present in the data. Structured data includes categories and numbers. Unstructured data differs from structured data, and in that it can be stored in conventional relational databases without undergoing extensive data transformation. Because its format varies greatly according to IBM, more than 80% of the data in use today is unstructured. Prescriptive analytics incorporates both structured and unstructured and uses a combination of advanced analytic techniques and disciplines to predict, prescribe, and adapt. While the term prescriptive analytics was first coined by IBM and later trademarked by IATA, the underlying concept had been around for hundreds of years. The technology behind prescriptive analytics synergistically combines hybrid data, business rules, and mathematical models and computational models. The data inputs to prescriptive analytics may come from multiple sources, internal, such as inside a corporation, and external, also known as environmental data. The data may be structured with includes. Ay, ila po. Thank you. And that's all.
Where's the MC?
So, ayun po. Thank you so much, Ashley Capulong. Have you learned something from Ashley discussion about the predictives? Because she tackled each topic so well today. Ang wonder, people, cause we are down to are the last and final speaker. I hope you guys are not being bored since today's session is full of insight and session lesson, right? I just noted that all of our speakers today are all women. Kudos, guys. So, sorry for being talkative too. Anyway, here's our the last speaker for today. Another woman from the BSIT 33, known for being our class treasurer. Please welcome Miss Abigail Belen.
So hello, good morning everyone. Again, I am Abigail Esbelen, and I'm here to discuss the behavioral analytics and cohort analytics. But first, I'm going to discuss the behavioral analytics. So, behavioral analytics, paki-next po pala. Yeah, thank you. So, behavioral analytics is a recent advancement in business analytics that reveals new insight into the behavior of consumers on e-commerce platforms, online games, web and mobile applications, and IoT. So, because of the rapid increase in the volume of raw event data generated by digital world, methods that go beyond typical analysis by demographics and other traditional metrics that tell us what kind of people took what action in the past. So behavioral analysis is concerned with understanding how and why consumers act in order to make accurate predictions about how they will act in the future. So it enables marketers to make the appropriate offers to the appropriate consumer segments at the appropriate time. So, behavioral analytics utilize the massive volumes of raw users' event data captured during session which consumer news applications, game, or website. Also, event data may include advertising metrics such as click-to-conversion time, as well as comparison between other metrics such as the monetary volume on an order and the amount of time spent on the site. These data points are compiled and analyzed, whether by looking at session progression from the time a user first entered the platform until a sale was made, or by looking at what other products a user bought or look at prior to this purchase. So based on collection of such data, behavioral analysis can predict future actions and trends. So, pa next slide po. Next slide po. Yan. So let's proceed in examples and real-world applications. So data shows that a large percentage of users using a certain e-commerce platform found it by searching for Thai food on Google. So after landing on the home page, most people spend some time on the Asian food page and then log off without placing an order. So looking at each of these events as separate data points does not represent what is really going on and why people didn't make a purchase. So, however, viewing these data points as a representation of overall user behavior enables one to interpolate how and why users acted in this particular case. So, next slide po. Lang. So, yeah. So, behavioral analytics is becoming increasingly popular in commercial environments. So, Amazon.com is a leader in using behavioral analytics to recommend additional products that customers are likely to buy based on their previous purchasing patterns on the site. So, the types of behavioral analytics is e-commerce and retail. So it is a product recommendation and predicting future sales and trends. Next, online gaming. So it is predicting usage for trends, loads, and user preference in future releases. So next, application development. It's determining how users use an application to predict futures and usage and preferences. Cohort analysis. So this is breaking users down into similar groups to gain a more focused understanding of their behavior. Next, security. So this is detecting compromise, credentials, and insider threats by locating anomalous behavior. Next, suggestion. So this is people who like this also like. And last, presentation of relevant content based on user behavior. Next slide po. Next slide. And so let's proceed on components of behavioral analytics. So an ideal behavioral analytics solution would include real-time capture of vast volume of raw event data across all relevant digital devices and applications used during sessions. And next, automatic aggression of raw event data into relevant data sets for rapid access, filtering, and analysis. Next, ability to query data in an unlimited number of ways and enabling users to ask any business question. Next, extensive library of build analysis functions such as port, path, and panel analysis. And last, a visualization component. Next slide po. Next po. Run. So subsets of behavioral analytics. So path analysis, computing. So as a subset of behavioral analytics, path analysis is a way to understand user behavior in order to gain actionable insight into the data. And path analysis also provide us visual portrayal of every event a user or cohort perform as part of path during and set period of time. Now, so next slide po. And so evolution. So the precise order of pages visited, So historical path analysis fell under the broad category of website analytics and related only to the analysis paths through the website. So path analysis is website analytics is a process of determining a sequence of pages visited in a visitor session prior to some desired event such as the visitor purchasing an item or requesting a newsletter. So the precise order of pages visited may or may not be important and may or may not be specified. So in practice, this analysis is done in aggregate, ranking the paths or sequence of pages visited prior to the desired event by descending frequency of news. The idea is determine what feature of the website encourage the desired result. So fallout analysis. So this is the subset of path analysis. Look at black holes on the site or paths that lead to a dead end, most frequently path or features that confuse or lose potential customers. So let's talk about in understanding visitors. So from there, they make a logical step to the frequently asked question page if they have specific questions. So a website owner also wants to analyze visitors' behavior. Like, for example, if a website offers product for sale, the owner wants to convert as many visitors to a completed purchase. If there is a sign-up form with multiple pages, website owners want to guide visitors to the final sign-up page. So next slide po. Yeah. So panels and goals. So Google Analytics provides a path function with panels and goals. So this approach is very helpful when analyzing how many visitors reach a certain destination's page. And this is called an endpoint analysis. So using maps, so this is the paths visitor walk in a website can lead to an endless number of unique paths. So as a result, there is no point in analyzing each path, but to look for the strongest path. So these strongest paths are typically shown in a graphical map or in text like page A to page B and page B to page D and page D to exit. So next slide po. Ayan. So let's proceed on cohort analysis. So cohort analysis is a subset of behavioral analytics that takes the data from a given data set. So these related groups or cohorts usually share common characteristic or experiences within a defined time span. So cohort analysis allows a company to see patterns clearly across the life cycle of customers or users rather than slicing across all customers blindly without accounting for the natural cycle that customer undergoes. So by seeing this pattern of time, a company can adapt and tailor its services to those specific cohorts. So, next slide po. Ayan. So, this is the example. So cohort 1 is expert gamers and cohort 2 will care more about advanced features and lag time compared to new sign-ups. So with these two cohorts determine and the analysis run, and the gaming company will be presented with a visual representation of data specific to the two cohorts. So it could then see the slide. Wait lang. It could then see the slight lag in load times has been translating into a significant loss of revenue from advanced gamers while new sign up have not even noticed the lag. So, next slide po. So, deep actionable cohort analytics. So, without actionable analytics, the information that is being presented may not have any practical application, as the only data points represent vanity metrics that do not translate into any specific outcome. While it is useful for a company to know how many people are on their site, that metric is useless on its own. For it to be actionable, it needs to relate a repeatable action to an observed result. So next slide po. So performing cohort analysis. So in order to perform a proper cohort analysis, there are 4 main stages. So number 1, determine what question you want to answer. So the point of analysis is to come up with actionable information on which to act in order to improve business, product, user experiences, turnover, or etc. To ensure that happens, it is important that the right question is asked. So in the gaming example above, the company was unsure why they were losing revenue as lag time increased, despite the fact that users were still signing up and playing games. So number 2, define the metrics that will be able to help you answer the question. A proper cohort analysis requires the identification of an event such as a user checking out and specific properties like how much the user paid. So the gaming example measured the customer's willingness to buy gaming credits based on how much lag times there was on the site. So number 3, define the specific cohort that are relevant. So in creating a cohort, one must either analyze all the users and target them, or perform contribution in order to find the relevant differences between each of them. ultimately to discover and explain their behavioral as a specific cohort. The above example split users into basic and advanced users as each group differs in actions, pricing structures, sensitivities, and usage levels. And last, perform the cohort analysis. Why not? So the analysis above was done using data visualization, which allowed the gaming company to realize that their revenues were falling because their higher paying advanced users were not using the system as the lag time increased. So since the advanced users were such a large portion of the company's revenue, the additional basic users sign up were not covering the financial losses from losing the advanced users. So in order to fix this, the company improved their lag times and began catering more their advanced users. So this will be the last and that's all. So next slide po. So this will be our references. Thank you for listening and good morning.
So since we don't have any time more, since we don't have time anymore, I guess we should proceed with the awarding of ceremony already. So next na lang po sa sa certification na tayo agad. Kabentoy. Yan. So this is it is my honor and privilege to be presenting the certificate of recognition to our four ladies speakers. So ito, si Miss Erica May Bayona. The next one is Yasmin Boyser, Ashley Nicole Capulong, and lastly is Abigail Belen. So, are signed by Dr. Marmelo Abante, Best IT 33 Fundamental of Business Analytic Professors. And we are now done with today's webinar. I hope enjoyed everyone with what are good. Thank you.